Hello, thank you for visiting my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make Japanese seafood curry. Ingredients are here. I have the list of ingredients and the quantities in the video description below, so please check it out. Now let's start cooking celery, carrot and onion and mince the garlic and ginger. I'm showing off my ninja move. Now add 1 teaspoon of ghee and melt it. If you don't have ghee, you can use butter instead. And then transfer the chopped vegetables and stir fry. And I forgot to add the cumin seeds first. Add the cumin seeds before the vegetables so that the ghee induces the aroma of the spice. I will add some more ghee for the cumin seeds. Now cover the pan with a lid. Let the vegetables to sweat. This way you can induce more flavor from the vegetables. Let them sweat for 30 seconds to 1 minute. While cooking the vegetables, pre-season the shrimps with salt and garam masala or curry powder. Pre-seasoning seafood or meat will definitely enhance the taste of the dish later on. Now let's see how the vegetables are doing. Okay, yeah, they look good. Okay, stir fry a little more. And now this is the essential item for easy, quick seafood curry. A can of mackerel. The mackerel will flake apart while cooking, but that's okay. This will be the main flavor of this curry. I will add some mirin at this point to get rid of unwanted smell of the fish. Mirin has some alcohol. When alcohol evaporates, the bad smell of fish will also evaporate while cooking. You can use white wine if you don't have mirin. And here is the important tip. Do not cover the pan with a lid while cooking fish. Otherwise, the unwanted smell will come back down to the pan with the steam. Okay, now it has been cooked for about 5 minutes. It is time to add the Japanese curry cube. Break it and add into the curry. Oh, okay, I dropped it. Okay, now stir. Stir well at this point so that you could melt the whole curry cubes. Yeah, you may notice that I didn't add any water except for the liquid from the mackerel. That's the reason. The reason is it can reduce the bad smell of fish. So I don't want to add another water here. Yeah, instead of water, I'm going to add some coconut milk. It gives smoothness and also creaminess. Then now again stir well so that it combines well. And bring to boil. After bringing to boil, simmer for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Then I'm gonna add some shrimps. Okay, the reason I am using already cooked shrimp is you can add this shrimp after cooking. You just bring it to boil. Then you don't need to simmer too long and add garam masala. This is just to enhance the flavor. Okay, now the seafood curry is done. Looks good. Japanese curry is always good with rice, so I am cooking rice. I have another video for it, so please check it out. After cooking, you can now put the lid on. Okay, now I will serve the curry. I also have my rice ready, and I am reheating the curry over a small heat. Do not turn up the heat, otherwise the bottom of it will be burnt. Stir occasionally. Just pour onto the rice. One more. I made 4 to 5 servings, so I will put the rest of the curry sauce in containers and keep it in the fridge for later. This red relish is called fukujinzuke. It is a sweet pickled radish. Okay, here is easy to make Japanese seafood curry. And of course, I will pair with Japanese famous beer. Usually, seafood curry is quite time consuming to make, but my recipe is easy and quick and delicious. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe my channel. See you.